Afzal Kumar, you are watching me. Let's start today's screen video without having the further delay. So basically this video is going to be the routine of 26th May 2025 and today is Monday. So basically in this video I'm going to share you like what has actually happened in my today's routine video throughout the whole days of routine video, right? So this video is going to be the routine of day 537 days of routine video, right? So basically today first of all I wake up, then after that I washed my mouth, then I read a one quote that is किया गया कर्म और दिया गया धोखा बिना भुगतान के पीछा नहीं छोड़ता. So this is the quote what I read today, and basically it is in Hindi, that is why I speak in Hindi, right? So I ate, after some time later I ate food that is soya chap sabji with rice I ate. Then basically there is one issue is happening with my laptop, that is the screen is becoming black. Maybe I already discussed about this. So the screen is already black, and I was just trying to solve the issue, like to search in YouTube like how can I solve this issue, right? So at the time of evening, me and my sister went to the Lenovo service center to ask about the laptop. Basically this is a thing what has actually happened on that time. Then after that we went to the shop where we purchased the laptop, and basically not happened so much thing. Then after that we ate momos, then after that we came home. Then basically my father already brought a jackfruit, then after that we ate that, right? So basically this is a thing what has actually happened on that time. Then at the time of evening I ate food, then after some time later I went for the sleep. So basically guys, this is the thing what has actually happened in my today's routine video. I hope you have really understood this video. If you have really understood this video, then kindly please like it, because whenever you like the videos it really motivates me and encourage me to upload more and more videos in a very continuous manner. So yes guys, this is the thing what has actually happened. So now I am going to revise the environmental science theory into practice semester 2. So let's start. So they effectively conduct the EIA expertise from the following disciplines will be required: life sciences, zoology and botany, to assess the biodiversity richness and endemism of the given region and possible reversible or irreversible changes in the biological diversity of the region by anthropogenic activities. An expert from life sciences will also assess the ecosystem goods and services being provided by the nature in the specific region. Earth sciences, geology, geography, geochemistry, etc. Earth sciences will study the details of geological and geographical terrain, soil or rock profile, tectonic and seismic activity in the region, etc. Chemical sciences. It will be helpful in understanding various chemical processes and reactions taking place in different matrices of the environment. It is also important to understand the fate and effect of pollutants on air, water, and soil. Okay. Anthropology, history and archaeology, to assess the historical or archaeological importance of the monuments, tribal population, traditions or practices in a region or at the site of the construction. Social sciences, sociology and economics, to assess the socio-economic stature of the population and possible changes the same with ongoing development projects. Law and legal aspects. Expertise from a legal background is also required to satisfy different legal aspects during a development project activity, like land acquisition, relocation, and rehabilitation, etc. Mathematics, computer modeling, and statistics. We need different statistical tools and models to statistically validate the obtained data from the study. Also, we are using numerous mathematical and computational models say in day-to-day activities like meteorological predictions. Now, environmental studies. In computer modeling, earth science geological, geography, geochemistry, etc., law and legal aspects, mathematics and statistics, social sciences and sociology, history and archaeology, anthropology, life sciences, geology, botany, biotechnology, biochemistry, etc. Now, multidisciplinary nature of environmental studies, what I had discussed. Now, the scope and importance of environmental studies. The multidisciplinary approach to the subject can be implemented in a wide range of applications and different and fields related to environmental awareness, education, and conversion. Hence, the subject has a vast scope, and the expert on the subject can serve in numerous ways in different spheres of society. Students may opt for the subject and make a professional career in environmental studies or environmental science. The experts and professionals of the subject are required and recruited in various sectors like academics, research and development, industries, ministry and agencies, non-governmental organization (NGOs), green journalism, environmental legislation, and green advocacy. These are the some things. Now, important landmarks in environmentalism. Important landmarks in environmentalism. In the Western world, the first ever concern about environmental degradation was raised after the publication of the book Silent Spring by Rachel Carson in 1962. The book raised the issue of excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides in the US and its impact on different biotic and abiotic components of the environment. In 1970, the book Limit to Growth by the Club of Rome attracted global attention. The Ramsar Convention came into existence on 2nd February 1971 with the aim to conserve wetlands globally. Hence, World Wetlands Day is observed every year on 2nd February. In 1972, United Nations Conference on Human Environment was organized in Stockholm between 5th June to 16th June, where India also presented its view on environmental degradation. In remembrance of this conference, World Environmental Day is celebrated every year on 5th June. India started Project Tiger in 1973 to save its national animal of India. In between, India and the world witnessed the world's industrial disasters, Bhopal gas tragedy, 2nd and 3rd December 1984, and Chernobyl nuclear disaster 26th April 1986, which taught many lessons to the globe. Vienna Convention 1985 and Montreal Protocol 16 September 1987 were signed to protect the ozone layer from getting depleted by ozone depleting substances (ODS). The concept of sustainable development was introduced to the world by Brundtland Commission report Our Common Future in 1987. Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) came into the existence in 1989 to formulate the framework to combat global warming climate change. Agenda 21 was adopted at the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. In 1992, UN Tri-Sister Conventions UNFCCC, UNCBD, and UNCCD were also signed in 1992. In 1997, Kyoto Protocol was signed to curb the emission of greenhouse gases responsible for global warming. This World Summit on Sustainable Development Rio Plus 10 was conducted in 2002 in Johannesburg, maybe. So yes guys, this is the thing what is actually happened here. I have discussed it here. So in the next video I would like to read the summary of this chapter, right? So this is all guys what is actually happened. Now I think that it is all enough for today. So to the upcoming video I will discuss the summary, and maybe I will start another chapter. right? So for today I think it is enough for today, guys. So yes, let's end the video, guys. See you, Adi. Bye bye.